Which should you buy? The Redmi Note 12 or the Tecno Spark 10 Pro? They are both similarly priced. The Redmi Note 12 starting at the price of 116,900 naira and the Spark 10 Pro at a price of 104,500 naira. So in this video, I'll be comparing both devices, and by the end of the video, you should know which of the devices you'll be getting. By the way, click on that subscribe button. I mean, we're literally less than 50 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers, and I would like for us to get there before the end of April. So click on that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And yeah, with that being said, let's get started. Let's start off with the build quality. The Redmi Note 12 is made out of plastic, but it looks and feels like glass, which I would say is impressive from Redmi. On the other hand, the Tecno Spark 10 Pro is made out of glass at the rear. They both have a plastic frame though, but I think the Tecno Spark 10 Pro slightly edges out on the Redmi Note 12 in terms of build quality. That said, I think I prefer the design of the Redmi Note 12 more than the Tecno Spark 10 Pro. When it comes to what's in the box, they both offer the same things: a charging brick, a TPU case, and manuals, so it's pretty much a tie here. Moving on to the display, the Redmi Note 12 houses a 6.67-inch 1080p AMOLED display with 220Hz refresh rate, while the Tecno Spark 10 Pro houses a 6.78-inch 1080p LCD display with 90Hz refresh rate. Now, the display of the Redmi Note 12 is certainly better. I mean, it's an AMOLED display. It gives for better colors overall. So yeah, it's better when it comes to that. But the 120Hz refresh rate and 90Hz refresh rate, when it comes down to it, the difference isn't that much. If you're an average consumer, you might not even notice the difference. But then again, 120Hz refresh rate is superior. So in terms of display, I'll be giving it to the Redmi Note 12. Software is the major downfall of both devices, but for those who want to know, the Redmi Note 12 ships with Android 13 and MIUI 14, while the Spark 10 Pro ships with Android 13 and HIOS 12.6. The Redmi should get at least 1 year of Android software updates. Fingers crossed the software update doesn't break anything or make the device worse. Now, Tecno, on the other hand, didn't promise us a software update, so we don't know whether they'll be giving us or not. I am having hope they'll be giving us, but let's just wait till they give us before we can say anything. That said, when it comes down to it, HIOS and MIUI are similar in some ways. Take for example the notification panel, and they are similar when it comes to ads and bloatware on their devices, but it is certainly easier to disable them on a Tecno device. Software is subjective, so at this junction, I'll leave you to decide yourself. Personally, I am a One UI fanboy, so I don't really send your daddy. But when it comes down to it, the HIOS 12.6 is more stable than MIUI based on personal experience. Performance is a major aspect we look forward to in our devices, right? Well, I am pleased to say both devices perform well, especially when you're considering the price and the fact that you're getting them new. The Redmi Note 12 is better since it sports a Snapdragon 685 chipset. It is manufactured on a 6nm process with 4, 6 or 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, while the Spark 10 Pro sports a MediaTek Helio G88 chipset manufactured on a 12nm process with 8GB of RAM and 128 or 256GB of storage. While you get better raw performance on the Redmi Note 12, if you get the 4GB model, you might suffer a bit in multitasking, so keep that in mind. The Redmi Note 12 and the Tecno Spark 10 Pro are both powered by a 5000 mAh battery. You should get a day's worth of usage on both devices. The only difference is in charging speed, and that's 33 watts for the Redmi Note 12 and 18 watts for the Tecno Spark 10 Pro. So in this aspect, I'll be giving it to the Redmi Note 12 because of its faster charging speed. When it comes to cameras, well, they are in flagships, so don't expect too much. The Redmi Note 12 has a 50MP main, 8MP ultra-wide and 2MP macro camera with a 30MP selfie camera, while the Tecno Spark 10 Pro has a 50MP main and an AI camera with a 32MP selfie camera. As we all know, megapixels isn't everything, but I'll giving the points to the Redmi Note 12 just because it has a more versatile camera system, and that's courtesy of the 8MP ultra-wide camera. So at the end of the day, which should you get? None. Get the Galaxy A14. Okay, I'm just kidding. Well, I would say it comes down to what you want in a device. Both devices are fantastic. I mean, the Redmi Note 12 has a better display, and yeah, that's about it. The Spark 10 matches up in pretty much every other aspect, and it is cheaper. So yeah, just go on what you prefer. I think the only differentiating factor on both devices are the software and the display and the camera. That's basically it. So just go for which one you prefer. I personally, if I am to go for a device, I'll probably save more and get the Redmi Note 12, then again the Spark 10 Pro at that price just offers way much value. But then again, let me know which you prefer in the comment section below. I made a comparison between the Spark 10 Pro and the Galaxy A14. You find it on the iCard above or wherever I decide to put it, and in the description or even in the comment section. And yeah, I'm talking too much. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.